Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. How are you, Alex?
What's up, dude? Just hardest working motherfucker right here.
Just hanging out, getting some post-workout protein. Use code J3U, everyone. Welcome back to the Coaches Union.
Hey, dude. No bullshit. I use this stuff now. I'm a stem guy for sure. So I wake up in the morning, bang out some stems. All you adrenal coaches out there, come at me. But yeah, this is not my stem of choice. Hardest working motherfucker. It's only right that we use that now. And yeah, and then I get all my work done. So shout out to them for keeping me pumping.
Yeah, code. What is it again? Oh, J3U. Please use our code,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the pumpkin roll. I watched the video Seth talking about um the like struggles that companies have making pumpkin spice flavors is they crank the spice volume up. So what they did is they brought the spice down and loaded the cream cheese up in it. And that's why it has that like little Debbie flavor to it.
Dude, I would fuck up some little Debbie's right now.
Yeah. And I'll keep it real with you guys. Like I feel like we can keep it real because that's why people like us. I don't fuck with that new flavor, the apple cider. But I don't like apple cider.
I don't either.
So like, I use hydro now I will say this, hydraulic too is such a good product. I didn't give a fuck that it was that flavor because I was out
Yeah.
of other flavor and I was like, okay, let's just, drink Clorox. Um but outside of that, if you like apple cider, it does taste like it. You will like it. It's just not me. I just now am excited for the Christmas flavors. They'll take care of us on that.
Yeah, and the s'mores protein is what I'm looking forward to. I think the concept of hot cider is repulsive to me, right? It's just like hot piss is what my brain always goes to. And I don't like cinnamon in that way. Like makes
Yeah.
me think of like fireball or like hot tamale. Like I can't rock with that at all. It does taste like apple juice, like spiced apple juice.
Yeah.
Not it doesn't taste bad. It just does not fit a flavor profile that I enjoy, if that makes sense.
Yes, like it is to a T the flavoring they wanted. It's just not what our palate's like, unfortunately. So I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, well, like that's kind of a bummer. But the one thing that's cool about that company that like I was excited about is like, oh, we're gonna keep getting new flavors. And that's the exciting part because like yeah this batch like we're not super stoked about it but like there will be some in that lineup that we're like, oh fuck, this one's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of companies out there, it's just the same old flavors, like just over and over again, and like they just do it across all the SKUs. So like that to me, like I was really excited about. But enough jerking off Axe and Sledge, actually. Seth, you can call us and thank us later. But
So
yeah, we got some stuff to dive into today, don't we?
yeah, we got quite a few things to talk about. I think like talking about bodybuilding news, Urs going to open, and he's about to go. I think he's about to go dog it in Italy. That was one of the questions we got. Where do you think he's going to land in this lineup? And let me pull up the lineup too, because it is
Yeah.
deep.
Will you read off some of the big hitters in it?
Yeah, so we've got Kubichellin's in it, Mark Hector, Urs, obviously. Let's see, Luca, Mo, Sergio Oliva Jr. is probably one of like the biggest hitters as far as names go. I'll be completely transparent. There's quite a few Eastern European names that I can't remotely pronounce correctly.
Quint's
So I'm
doing
just
it.
is he? He's not on the list, is he?
He should be, yeah.
I don't think they've updated it. Well,
Yeah.
Quentin's in there, so that's going to be nasty because he is dry from the back officially, which I think is what we've needed. Um, I mean, I think he's going to be first call outs. I think it's probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Quint and Mark Hector, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think Urs can be Sergio.
Mm-hmm.
Urs can be in that 3, 4 spot.
Yeah,
If if Quint is not improved, I think Urs could jump everybody.
I
If
think
he's truly they're saying he's 260 with the same conditioning, I think he can
so.
beat everybody.
Dude, that's like nuts to think about because it just shows like how much tissue the dude was having to lose to make weight for classic.
Yeah. And like I don't think people understand the reality of what you're having to do to make weight like that. Like you're having to take protein out. You're having to like it's not just so low carb, low fat. It's like no, now protein comes down, food comes down, like gear comes down, like it's like training comes down. Like you just waste away. It's pretty miserable. So I do think him 260 is very realistic. Yeah, it's gonna be nasty. He's one of my favorite physiques. I remember people making fun of me because I thought I personally like if I could have chosen a physique like to have, it would have been him. Like, oh, he's small, like, but dude, his front like lat, front double, that structure is just that crisp, like pretty white boy look, and it's like I think it's gonna be hard to fuck with, man.
Yeah, dude, like his skin texture is flawless. His conditioning is it's I would put it like inequivalently like close to perfection as far as the physique goes.
Yeah,
Um, he doesn't really have a glaring flaw. I think it was just like you would see his appendages would kind of obviously shrink as we're trying to pull down to make weight. But again, like dude, I just can't fathom the mental battle of that, of being like, hey, we're 6 weeks out, we're peeled, and we have 20 pounds of muscle to lose. And then having to give up 20 pounds of muscle and being okay with that.
yeah, I couldn't do it. But and that's the thing too. I think a wild card not everybody's thinking about is the fact that Stefan is his coach and he's like boss of Outlaw, those listening. Like he's been his coach since 2019. So like
Mm-hmm.
if anyone knows like how to peak him, how to get him on, whether he is in a new weight class or not, like it's gonna be just fine. Like it's not new territory for Boss at all. Where Mark Hector works with Callum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he'll be on.
Yeah.
I think now that I say that out loud, I think Quint could be the one to drop. Quint's either gonna win it or be third or fourth.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they've always struggled to like find the right look, the right combination of a look when it comes to a peak for him.
And he is with Samson right now.
Mm-hmm.
Samson is is leaner
Rather
than
large.
he's leaner than he's ever been on stage right now.
Yeah.
Did you see that guest posing video?
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
and his face and those like just stage and those shots of him training this last like update, it's over. Like if he can nail it, him and Nick Walker, one and two. We're calling it.
100%.
We're calling it right now.
I think too, man, this goes back to a lot of these conspiracies around like Samson and Keon, where I remember when like Samson really hit the scene and he was talking about like his drug profile that he had used, and everybody's like, there's no way. Like he had never touched Trent at that point. He never touched like there was a long list of drugs that he said he never touched. And a lot of people called bullshit, much like when Keon was at the Olympia and he claimed natural and everybody didn't believe it. And then you see this pace of trajectory that they've both hit in the last 3 years. I'm like, no, like I really think they're just now
Yeah.
like actually jumping into the pool.
Yeah, and it's definitely it's wild to see, man. Dude, I had like Debs turn pro, like won nationals and didn't touch GH, didn't touch insulin. Like it was very like not a lot. So yeah, but people don't realize it until they are on the other side of the coin and they coach it. And like the
Mm-hmm.
more you coach it, the more you see it, the more you're like, yeah, I believe it. But like
Yeah,
as an athlete, giving your all and knowing the drugs you're doing, it's hard to buy it. Like, oh, there's no way.
yeah, yeah. It's not an easy revelation to face, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm not Keon. I don't give a shit. It's just cool to see,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I think that's where and so it just goes back to this weird game of comparison where it's like, well, I have to take this much to be where I'm at. It's like, okay, well, they don't like this. Again, this goes back to genetic propensities, right?
yeah,
Like that's something that we can't control until we get into it. Um, Nick is the other. You brought him up, dude. He is what up like 11 pounds in stage weight.
yeah. And he's leaner. Yeah, it's dude. I hope he beats Derek. I hope he beats the brakes off of him again.
I think he will, man. I think unless Derek's legs come back up, I don't think he's got a great opportunity, unfortunately. And I don't say this to be because I like I've always been a fan of Derek's physique, and anytime that anybody's compared my back to his, I just immediately come. But um, I can't stand his training videos, to be completely frank with you. But I feel like the last 2 years, we're starting to finally see the back slip.
Yeah.
We're starting to see him kind of redact a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then Hottie, like, he's gonna be hard as nails, but like his structure is really getting to him. It's
Yeah.
not it's I don't know, man. He can't out muscle Nick. His waist is while it is etched out with abs, it's not pretty. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun Olympia, dude.
I think Hottie's turning into Dexter. Like he's Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, yeah, he's gonna constantly be like second to fourth.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's my early predictions right now. Then we saw the classic new rule, right? Was that
Yeah,
classic?
dude.
Or was it men's physique?
It's for everything, actually. Let me pull up the rules.
Okay, good.
Um, I am personally a big fan of it, just in what I read. Let me pull this up real quick.
I,
Da, da,
I
da, da,
think
da.
the summary is like top 25, like 25 people qualify, right?
Yeah, so it's, let's see, here we go. So we've got, and this is from the Olympia and IFBB. So for classic physique, men's physique, bikini, and wellness, the rules are now top 25 in the point standings to qualify for the Olympia. Automatic qualification if you win two contests. First, second, third, automatic qualification. Fourth gets 12 points. Fifth gets 10 points. Arnold Classic, Pit Pro, New York Pro, Romania Muscle Fest, Dubai Pro. If you win first, you do get an automatic qualification. Remainder are points. All of their IFBB Pro contests, first place is 10 points, second is 4, then 3, 2, and 1. Men's bodybuilding, 212, women's bodybuilding, fitness figure, women's fit model, and women's physique. Top 3 from the Olympia previous year, top 3 in women's bodybuilding from the Rising Phoenix, winner of each open contest held during the qualification period. And then the system for wheelchair bodybuilding is now top 3 from the 2025 Olympia, winner of each open contest held during the qualification period, top 5 in point standings.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's which so basically to summarize, there's a point structure now, like top tiers like the Arnold Classic, the Dubai Pro, those are automatic like qualifications. And then I think there's like maybe two more, like New York and Pittsburgh or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
those are the automatic like okay, you win this, you automatically get qualified, but then everything else is off a point system. And there's like
Yeah.
tiers to the points.
Excluding the only caveat to that now is if you win two contests, then you still do get your qualification in. So if you win like two, like a men's physique, if you win a couple smaller Olympia qualifiers, then you get a qualification off of that
Okay.
exclusively.
Okay. So yeah, big things coming. I think it's great. I think it truly is what's needed. At the end of the day, man, like yes, it's a show, but like it's also production and to keep entertainment. Like it's not entertaining watching 70 individual routines. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just not. Like
It's
and there's
awesome.
no yeah, there's no like competition. Like as an athlete too, I wouldn't want to go just to be number 34 and then you have to leave anyway. That's such a waste of a trip. Like if I'm going, I want to be like, hey, I'm top 25. I get to do my routine. I get to do all this. Like I would want it to be an experience.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think 2 minutes. Like, dude, you see any competitions nowadays? After 15th, you're all 16th. So it's like,
Yeah.
whoop de fucking do. Like, while it would be obviously cool to like go and compete at the Olympia, one like in talking to Darren on our last episode, dude, just hearing his experience of being on the Olympia and how late it runs
Hmm.
as an athlete, that sounds like bullshit to try to hold a peak until 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Um, and hopefully we see with this as well. And as we're thinning the herd of the total competitor pool, ideally we see a lot of that budget go towards prize winnings increasing because
Hmm.
now we're not having to fly out 400 people and put them in a hotel. It's like
Yeah.
100 or whatever it may be.
And so think about that for those listening. Think about, okay, if there's 70 people doing one individual presentation routine for a minute. That's 70 minutes that has to pass. And so, like, you go present, you have 70 minutes, 69 minutes before you're back out, right? Like, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like you could go eat another meal. Like,
Yeah.
honest to God, that's probably what I would have my clients do. Um,
Yeah.
so like imagine holding that. It's very difficult. So I think this is much better for the athletes for sure.
Hmm. I think for everybody, man, because like I don't want to sit there until 12:30 in the morning watching the show.
Mm-mm. No, dude,
It's just
like yeah, it's like as soon as the finals end, it's like okay, I'm going to bed. Like you're just staying up for that.
yeah. So I'm all for it. I think it's going to be better. I think for everybody, it's going to be more entertaining. I think for the athletes, hopefully, there's a little bit more. I don't want to say like investment provided in a certain sense, but again, thinking about it too, man. Like imagine expediting that shit.
Dude, I
You got
can't.
70 in one class or whatever it may be. It's like, and going back to your point of the individuals, we're not even talking about like a posing routine. We're talking about like your individual presentation. That's in a perfect world at 70 minutes. If we are like running this shit like the Navy,
Yeah,
not the 20, 30 seconds in between getting a person out there. Now that adds, if it's 30 seconds, that adds 35 minutes to
yeah.
the 70 minutes. Now it's an hour and a half.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, there's no way. Like it's very yeah, it's just this is boring at that point.
Yeah. I don't know who would be upset with these rules, to be frank with you. Like, I've not seen anybody have any like negative pushback to it.
Yeah, if you're upset by it, what were you planning to get 30th? Like like what are you upset about? Like, oh damn, there goes my shot at the Olympia. Like, I get it, but get better. Like if you can't
Yeah.
crack the top 25,
What's the point?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to be there. All right, Alex, this one's serious. Fuck Mary Kill, waffles, pancakes, French toast.
I'm killing French toast.
Okay.
Where's the waffle from? Waffle House. I'm
Yep.
marrying Waffle House waffles and I'm gonna fuck pancakes.
Okay. I'm going to marry Waffle House waffles, specifically chocolate chip. Um, ooh, this is tough. Mm, I think I'm gonna. Damn it, because I don't want to copy you, because I do fuck with French toast sometimes. But pancakes never did me wrong. I'm gonna fuck pancakes. I'm gonna kill French toast, and that one hurts.
Where would your pancakes be from? Because mine's Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Cracker Barrel.
Bro, it's got that little fried crisp to it for whatever reason. I'm like, I don't even know how you cook this.
Oh, bro, because it's 4 sticks of butter in that pan.
Dude, it's yeah, I gotta. And it's one thing, man. I wish I liked cheat meals for breakfast.
Mhm.
I need a waffle. I haven't had Waffle House since the Tennessee Valley show 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah,
What's your Waffle House order?
double waffle, all-star special, extra bacon, and grits.
That's a good run.
Yeah. What's
It's a
yours?
really good. So it's all star. I do 2 orders of hash brown, smothered covered capped, 2 chocolate chip waffles, orange juice, coffee.
Oh man. Honorary mention, chocolate milk with your waffles,
Brother.
game changer.
Yeah, dude.
Game changer. I don't know what made me get that one time, but I did. It was probably back when I was like thinking I was going to get huge.
Mm.
But yeah, that was the go-to. I will say, if you're traveling in prep, Waffle House has an egg white and chicken breast meal. I've eaten it. I've traveled with it. It's like if you're trying to like eat healthy on the road, you go in there, 2 pieces of toast and that, or some hash browns. Like tell them to cook it in Pam, and not butter. It's very low calorie.
Yeah, yeah. And you can have them like steam your hash browns too.
Yeah,
That's something I've
it's
seen people do.
Waffle House. Dude, just give them $10. But hey, thanks for doing this. Like make it'd be like night and day difference. Um,
Pack of Newports.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's oh yeah. All right, what's next on there?
If you weren't a coach, what career would you have done?
Hmm. Like realistically or like dream job?
I guess both. Let's do both.
Dream job, I want to be a strength and conditioning coach for the Baltimore Ravens. That was like peak pinnacle, Alex. Nobody in high school though. I got kind of fucked over. Um, I was a good kid. I was like I grew up very poor, so like
Mhm.
college for me was just like I'll go to community college, do that. But like my performance in school slacked because I was like, I'm going to community college. Why do I need to try? Um, Without like diving into my full like family background. But like my advisor and like guidance counselor, like they never pulled me aside and were like, "What do you want to do?" Like
Mhm.
teachers will pull me aside and be like, "Why are you so vascular? Like, what are you doing? What are you taking? Like, like what do you?" I would be eating like meals in seventh period, like second period. Like you can tell I'm a bodybuilder. Not a single person pulled me aside and was like, hey, like you could be really good in chemistry and like do this, or hey, in order to do this, you really should pay attention in biology, or like these are career fields you can go with. No one said that. There's like, oh, he's just
Mhm.
a meathead who just like barely gets by. But like,
Mhm.
I feel like if they had, I would have had a much better trajectory into like that job. But the reality of like being a strength and conditioning coach for a top level place like that, it's almost like the who you know like business of like, okay, it's just like hiring a high school or college football coach. Like you got
Mhm.
to kind of be in the loop with it. Um, but then more like realistic, I managed nutrition stores and then like did some security gigs and stuff. I think like as I got closer to 30 and was like, oh, I gotta like find a career. I was really looking into like private security, doing that. Um, I had a friend who like he does it for like some pretty famous rappers and stuff, like travels with them and all that. So that was probably gonna be the route I was gonna like really go down.
Mhm.
But luckily coaching, came about.
Yeah, you're pretty good at that, so that
I'm
helps.
all right, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, Abby. Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
Ooh, that's tough. Kind of similar, but not like in a certain sense. Like I did, I also grew up like lower middle class, upper lower class for like our whole like my entire life, and was kind of put in a position where like I was, and I don't want to. I hate to say this because it sounds so fucking arrogant. I was good at school, but I wasn't good at applying myself. That makes sense. Like I'm good at writing papers and I'm good at simple deduction and multiple choice tests. Like so therefore I did pretty well in school when I like gave a shit. And it was more of a like this high school that I went to had it was called an academy, but it wasn't. It just basically meant your elective focus while you were there.
Yeah.
And so mine was like health science. And so it was one of those things where I knew somewhere in that realm I wanted to be, but it was more of my parents were like, "You're going to be a nurse practitioner," and I was like, "I'm going to be a nurse practitioner. Fuck it, right?"
Yeah.
Like that's like I was going to school for nursing, um, and then fell in love with like obviously during high school fell in love with everything around fitness related. So I was like, "Well, I want to go for exercise science and nutrition," and I didn't really know where I was going to land within that, but I kind of knew it. I knew it like 17, 18 coaching is what I wanted to do. I just didn't think it would ever like turn into what it is today. I think more practically, I worked. So like I've talked about before, but I used to work in. I specialized in like foundation work, crawl
Mm.
spaces, moisture mitigation, fungal removal, all those types of things. Worked like a dog for years doing that, and then I swapped over to roofing. So I kind of like figured out the under the house and the over the house. And so for a while, I was like getting into the idea of home building,
Mm.
and then COVID hit and the market changed, and I was like, this is not like remotely feasible for me to get into.
Yeah.
So like construction was kind of like the backup plan if this didn't turn out, and thank God it did. So
Yeah. Here we are.
here we are.
Figuring it
Originally, though, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist because I wanted to study penguins specifically. I
out.
loved them. I've been
Dude,
bitten by a penguin. Fun fact.
I got gifted an adopt a penguin in high school.
Dude, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I dated this like really rich girl for a month and she got it for me for my birthday. So
Dude, that's a baller present.
I know it came with a certificate and everything.
Yeah. I wonder how that penguin's doing. I got bit by one named Jello when I was in the second grade, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So yeah,
Fucking hello. I love
yeah,
it.
dude. Yeah,
That's
and then the Knoxville Zoo was scared we were going to sue, so
mm,
they hooked me up with like a bunch of free merch and slush puppies and shit. And like the fat kid in me, I was like, dude, this is already great, and now
yeah.
this is the best day of my life as a second grader. was awesome. Um, and then there was a time where I wanted to be, because I've like played instruments for all of my life. So there's a time where I wanted to be there's a term for it. It's a very, very niche specific job. It's like an audio engineer, but specifically for designing audio systems for vehicles, like manufacturing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like a fleeting thought at one point in my life.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
I know.
We are just looking at people in their underwear now.
Yeah, just hoping people follow a plan. So if you
Yeah.
guys can, I'd appreciate it. Makes me feel better. um, let's see. Let's do protein budget. So we got asked a protein budget. Sky eats tuna, chicken thighs, and MRE light. Um, for all
Uh,
those people going on a budget, Aldi's, GFS. If you can find a Gordon food service, that is the place to go. It is technically a restaurant supplier, but you don't have to have a corporate account with them. You can just walk in and buy shit in bulk, and
yeah.
it's like very good rates.
Yeah, I was at Costco even like chicken breast was like 3.29 a pound. Like it, it's not in today's market, it's not chicken breast like so I'm not a chicken thigh guy. Um dirty like turkey and chicken, they're dirty birds. Like they're dirty. And so like a lot of the toxins and like all the bullshit that we try to stay away from and we want to take gut this and gut that from, a lot of that is in like the fat. Like that's where it gets stuck. Like you're not going to find a lot of that in the lean muscle tissue of like the breast and stuff. So um that's why I don't allow athletes to use those options because I don't want any of that in there. But we use like fattier, like beef, salmon, bison, steak, stuff like that, because there's more like micronutrients that come along with that. There's not much micronutrients that come from fatty chicken or fatty turkey because they're like genuinely fucking gross, like
Yeah.
bird, how they live and like what they are. Um, but so I would say X the chicken thighs, X the MRE, that saves you $40. And then just like chicken breast, egg whites if Biden's not in office. And then what else? Canned tuna, like packed in water, is fine. But I dieted a lot off of like so a lot of times you can shop at like and find like stuff that's going on sale. Like when there's sales, go get it, stock up on as much as you can, put in the freezer. But you don't have to do like I mean, I think Costco has the big, it's like 8812 beef, and it's like a big
Mhm.
old thing of beef. Like, is that the leanest? No. But like if you're not prepping, like get it. Like,
Well, and what you can do with fatty ground beef is, especially like 80/20, 70/30s even, is if you take it all and boil it, it'll pull a lot of the fat out. You skim that out. And then when you're actually ready to cook it, you fry it in a pan. So
okay.
then it doesn't taste like shit.
Yeah.
Um, Another option too is depending on where you're at, co-ops will sometimes have deals, or like if you're near the Amish, go pull up on the Amish. They always have better deals than anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's also going to be like farm raised and probably a little bit more ethically taken care of. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I would avoid protein powder. Like I think protein powder is a luxury. Um, code J through you. We don't need it, but if you want it, code J through
Nice
you.
man.
Um, but you can. It's definitely one of those means. Like, dude, I've been on food stamps poor, right? Um, Beans, rice, and chicken breast
Hmm.
is theoretically all that you need, and some whole eggs and maybe a vegetable, ideally.
Yeah.
Um,
And oftentimes, like, so as coaches, right? Like, y'all tell, like, we're gonna create your diet with variety and with different options and like, oh, we got this, we got that, like this nutrient, that nutrient, blah blah blah. But like if it's something where you need us to like, hey, I need to ball on a budget, just tell
mhm,
us. I'll make it very simple. Chicken, rice, olive oil, chicken, rice, avocado. Like I'll keep it to where we're not having to buy, like I'll pick maybe two protein options and
mhm.
like two carb options and maybe a fruit and a veggie and we're good. Like it's not that now it might not be pretty and it might not be fun, but it can be done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, again, and this is where it's like, I think adversity is a blessing in this case because like we've both had to learn how to do this pour.
Mhm.
Like there was a time, and I've talked about it. I found a forum of every supplement company that you could email. And I had a copy and paste email that I would send to like 90 of them of like, hey, I'm really interested in trying your products. I don't have it locally in my store. Could you send me some stuff to try? And I survived like a year and a half off of bummed supplements doing that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and like that's just part of like get close with like if you have a local butcher, like just
Hmm.
go tell them, hey man, like I'll be in here every 2 weeks. And like what you got? Like, like they'll I promise you, you make connections with people, they'll work with you.
Yeah,
Hell, I've been to Five Guys enough, they give me free fries every time I walk in. Like they work with you just because if
that's
they see
royalty.
you, they like you. Yeah, I'm a freaking king. Um,
That's the hardest flex ever, dude. You get free fries.
Dude, I walk in, big dude in the back yells out, 5 patties, don't charge him for his fry. I haven't even gotten to the registry yet.
Yeah, dude. Just middle fingers up.
Just
Yeah.
like that. Like that.
If it's comparable in some degree, if I go to like Starbucks and I go through the drive-through, I'll just say, "Good morning, how are you?" And they go, "Iced chai."
Yep.
Yep. Here to pick it up, bro. They know me. I
Oh,
got
that's
two. I got
awesome.
two. I got a 2 for 1 earlier this week. They're like, "Hey, we just wanted you to have another one." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll take 6 shots of espresso this morning.
Oh,
Fuck it."
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
I felt really good that day.
it's little things like that that makes you feel good. And like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's oh, that's funny. That's funny. Just
nobody
two
told me
young
shit.
kings.
It's just doing what we do. But yeah, I think I think that's where I would stick. I would honestly say like avoiding canned tuna or at least lowering the frequency of it just for the sake of mercury exposure is probably ideal.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, it's like something if you got to do it, you got to do it. But at the same rate, if we can, and I've done like cost breakdowns of this before. It's about the same dollar for dollar of getting canned tuna versus chicken breast, like generally speaking.
Yeah. It's go for the chicken breast
Yeah.
for sure. And you may be surprised, like people think I'm bougie because I shop at Publix. Go cook chicken from Publix and go cook chicken from Walmart.
Oh, dude.
Walmart, like the weight, it's a lot of water. Like it's a lot of sodium water that's going to come out. And
Mhm.
then the Publix just cooks right up. So,
Mhm.
like, yes, Walmart is cheaper, but I think what you walk away with to eat, it's probably the same price or very
Oh,
close.
from a digestive perspective too, man. Like I have no
Yeah.
issues with. I also shop at Publix because it's 3 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
Other thing I'd recommend is get every app for every fucking grocery store around you
Hmm.
because they run. Because now, I mean, the youth that listens to this will not understand the days of getting coupons in the mail,
Yeah.
right? Now they just do it through the fucking app.
Dude, and yes, but do that. You'll be surprised. Like Target has decent sales, Publix has decent sales. Like you're not gonna. I would be willing to bet there's a lot else we could cut back on than your food.
Hmm.
Like before you had to get into the canned chicken, canned tuna world, I guarantee you I could find some holes in your budget that I could make it better. So if you're struggling with that, just message me on Instagram. I'll do it for free.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I don't
Yeah,
care.
because I hate seeing people struggle because we've both lived in that for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite non-conventional lift?
Uh, Cable Y raises,
I
anything
like
shoulder pump. Yeah.
I like those. I've been liking line cable front raises using a stirrup attachment.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything for a shoulder pump, I feel great.
Oh, dude, that's all I care about in this day and age. Like I have a shoulder pump. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. Cable Y raises, machine laterals, dumbbell laterals. Basically, if y'all see any shoulder movement in your exercise plan, it's because I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And
100%.
there's only so much you can do for shoulders.
Trying to think of what else. I feel like we gotta give more than that. Non-conventional. Well, I like the variation that you showed me with the prone hamstring curls, but I wouldn't really call it not. Yeah, I guess it's a non-conventional
Yeah.
variation.
Oh, the more like Terry's focused pull down where you tuck.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
one's got a learning curve too, but when you find that sweet spot, son of a bitch, is it good?
yeah.
Um,
Kelso shrugs.
love me a Kelso shrug. I like I got it from Trained by JP, doing it's like a cable Kelso shrug
Hmm.
with like the prime, the prime attachment that's like the long bar and you can adjust the handles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, doing Kelso shrugs with those off the cable stack is pretty gnarly. Any arm shit don't come to me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with arms. Banded decline hammer press. I'm very fond
Ooh,
of.
that's a good one. Banded sissy squats. Those reverse sissy squats. Have I had you do those? Where
That's
you do it around the pole? Yeah.
gross, dude.
Yeah.
It's so gross. Banded fly press. We've done those.
Hmm.
Incline banded fly press. Those are gnarly.
I love
Um,
work, man.
dude, we're a little conjugate method over here with some of our accommodating resistance. Um, I'm trying. I think that's everything, dude. I think all of you guys try one of those and tell us what you think of it because it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Tips and tricks for the mindset of the late stages of prep.
Well, one, suck it up, Kevin. We're almost there, buddy. But
Yeah.
but
We love you, Kevin.
but Kevin, you're fucking diced, dude. You're not
Yeah.
to feel good right now. But in all seriousness, I was having a conversation with another client the other day and was just like, man, you got to find things that are not bodybuilding to entertain your mind. I'm not a video game person, but video games, um, for sure can help. I would find shows, so like I would get into like I would watch The Sopranos or like easy watches that like you know the storyline, you're not having to pay too much attention to. Game of Thrones, like something that's like, good, entertaining, but like can distract you. Um, but like most importantly, man, like try to just enjoy this suck. Cause like that's what would always fuel me, man, is like I knew that like dude, I was a psychopath, honestly. I'd be 10 days out. I remember I would pose and I'd be in the shower envisioning posing next to people on stage. I knew some people doing the show. And I just would like go into that mode and I mean be 10:30 at night and I'm fucking amped up in the shower. Like at that point, man, I'm so focused on competing, I really don't care that I'm hungry or that I'm tired. Like so what I would tell yourself is it's not going to get any worse. This accept what it is and focus on fucking winning.
That's
Like
it.
like if you don't love or focus on not losing if that's
Yeah.
what scares you. But like you got to just have that like dog mentality in you at some point to not give a shit about like a Ninja Creamy. Or I had a client, and I love you, dude. I'm not gonna shout you out on it because I'm not making a. I'm using it to make a point. He is a
Yeah.
phenomenal athlete. He's fucking diced. So this wouldn't apply to him. But he was talking about like, oh, can I use almond milk in a creamy and blah blah blah. And I was like, man, like he's ready, right? Could he do it? Absolutely. I was like, hey man, look, like macro wise, I'm sure we could put this in. But like that is the last thing on my mind. And I was like, I've never put a winning physique on stage while focusing on a little yummy treat for you every day. That's just not how I fucking get down.
Yeah.
Like you want that, maybe like John will maybe do it, Renee maybe do it. A lot of pros out there maybe do it and like good coaches, but like it's not my style. I don't, the last thing I care about is if you get your little mug cake or your little yummy whatever. Like you're looking for comfort and comfort doesn't live within winning. It just does.
No.
So like I'm bullying you out of your comfort zone so you appreciate the stage and the win that much more.
Yeah.
Like yes, caloric wise, we can make it work, but like I don't give a shit. Like, I want you to win. And I'm not adding any, like, if we look 100 today, I'm not adding anything else that's going to throw that off.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the moment that I understood the worse that I felt that day, the better I'd look the next day. Like I knew it was like the shittiest fucking days. Like the day where it's like the idea, and I've talked about before, the idea of getting up to go take a piss took thought of being like, is it better for me to get up and walk 12 steps or should I just piss my fucking pants? Right? Like those moments of shit, I knew the next day I was going to look the best I ever could. And at a certain point, you get like addicted to that and knowing like this fucking sucks. I am doing something that nobody else is willing to do by my choosing. It will make me better at the end of the day. Right. It's like at the end of the day, like me and Levi talk all the time. It's at the end of the day, it builds fucking character at the very least. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need, but it's like you have to be, I don't want to say battle tested because we're not going to fucking war, but like mentally, there has to be this disassociation between comfort being a necessity.
Yeah.
It can't, like, if you choose comfort, you're choosing complacency, and with that, you're choosing to lose, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
and not to toot my own fucking horn, but I talked about it on my peak week. Like, and we just talked about before, dude. I had maybe half a diet soda once a fucking week during prep. I wasn't chewing gum. I wasn't using artificial sweeteners. I would have a coffee in the morning and pre-workout the middle of the day. I would abuse the hell out of my vape. That's a fact. But like I was using ketchup and salt, sugar-free ketchup and salt, and
Yeah.
a pickle. That was my entire day. And I got 40 grams of fucking oats for like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Man, yeah, like you learn to find comfort in the suck. It's not reaching for other outside things that we're not supposed to do. Like I would use ISO 100 and ice and water, and I would blend it up with very little water, so it was like a frosty. And I'd stick it in the freezer. To me, it tastes like a frosty. I had it after the show, and I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. But in that
Yep.
moment, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. My oatmeal in the morning, oh my God. But like you're talking to a guy who my coach would tell me to run like 2 or 3 high days, rest from cardio, but I would have a show to go travel to. And I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna do it after this show because like I know I'm not gonna be relaxed anyway. So I would extend my dieting and suffering another 2 or 3 days. And I would ask to do that. And like, yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's fine. So like I know I'm not the average client, but at the same time, my job as a coach is I want to take you as far mentally as I could to get you to where I was. But then there's an understanding of I know your breaking point and I'm going to learn your breaking points along the way. And so, but the closer I can get you to where I was, the happier I'm going to be. Just I have understanding that you are not what I was like mentally. So I just draw different lines along that way.
But we all can be.
Yeah,
That's choice.
yeah. There was no, so my job, like first timers is like, or even just new people prepping with me is like, I'm gonna see how long I can drag you. I'm gonna see how far I can push you. And a lot of people hearing this is like, well, that's not what John preaches about. And you're right, it is not. Like John's gonna say, prep doesn't have to, you don't have to suffer, you don't do this, don't do that. John's also done this a lot. Like he has competed a lot. He knows his body to a T. Like, yeah, he can do a mug cake and a creamy and whatever because like he's so in tune with his body that like he knows exactly. And I guarantee you, if he wasn't in shape or if he wasn't on point or something went wrong, that'd be the first thing he would take out.
Hmm.
So like the fact is like you know, we just have to do things harder to get to where someone like a Jewett or a Nick Walker or someone like you're paying your dues right now to be able to
Yeah.
one day do that.
You have to, man. And I think with that, it's like this shit's supposed to be really fucking hard at the end of the day. Like it is our jobs to make it as efficient and painless as it can be. But at the end of the day, if you are going to achieve true stage conditioning, we are pushing our body to its absolute limits. Therefore, it's going to come with discomfort and pain and suffering and all of these things. But only is it worth it at that point, because then you can look back and say, I went through this by my choosing and I did not fuck up by my choosing. Therefore, I can do anything in this life. Right. Like to me, and I have it tattooed on my hands, but like prep is a prison cell, but the door is wide open. You can leave whenever you want. You can go and eat a fucking Snickers bar and skip your cardio and do whatever you want to do at any given point in time. It is not my job to close that door for you. It's open. Do
Mhm.
as you may. I want you to stay in there. You want to stay in there. Some part of you said, I want to do this. So therefore, this is where I get to stay for the foreseeable future. And it's only going to get harder, but you only get better because it only gets harder. And
Yeah.
you choose that. But as hard as this is, as someone who obviously, like, my prep towards the end felt very hellacious, there are people out there who don't have a choice that they're starving. They're legitimately starving. We're still in a luxury of a
Yeah.
sport and choosing to do this, where some people don't get that choice.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it goes so fast, and that's what I tell some of my athletes now. I'm like, dude, I would get, and most of my guys was like, I'm like, dude, I would do anything right now to be 3 weeks out, like looking like you look. Like I would do anything to do that again, just one more fucking time, and it's like. I don't know. People don't realize it when they're in it, but I'm like, man, soak this up.
Dude,
Like it's
yeah.
gonna come and it's gonna go, and you win or lose, whatever. You're gonna look back like, well, that was my 2025 this.
Hmm.
Like you gotta enjoy it. It's a stamp in time, and that's where so like while there are like tricks of like, oh, how do I do this, whatever. Like so to get back to the original question, tips and whatever find ways to distract yourself. Go to the movies. Movies are great. I would take my meal and a sugar-free energy drink. Just go to sugar-free energy drink fills me up. It's carbonated, and I would eat my meal and I'd enjoy the movie. And like there goes 2.5 hours. I'm not thinking about bodybuilding. Like
Yep.
it's just kind of what I did. That's why I see Nick Walker do it every day. But just find stuff that's outside of bodybuilding. Um, I was talking to another athlete the other day, and he was posing 4 times a day. So,
Hmm.
hey, that's phenomenal. But you're stressing your body and mind the fuck out because, like,
Yeah.
you're taking videos of it every session. You're critiquing this, critiquing that. It's like, whoa, like, we're not going to look good 4 times a day. Like, we're good. We're lucky
Yeah.
if we look good once posing, like three,
Yeah.
4, 5 weeks out.
Yeah.
So like, it's there are some people you got to kind of reel back in. But yeah, like someone who's 3, 4, 5 weeks out, just suck it up and enjoy the ride. Because I guarantee
Yeah.
you, 4 months post show, you're gonna be like, man, oh, I wish I had those lines back. It's like, well, you got that fucking ninja creamy you wanted, so like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
happened to come with 10 more pounds.
I think with that too, like, one, I mean, dude, again, like, I won at Greater Valley, and I asked you if I could stay in prep even after we pulled out national shows, because like I want to keep doing this, no matter how hellacious it was. I told you I was like, I want to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Um, because, and I think it goes back to, if you are shifting your value system to be process oriented versus outcome oriented, you'll find one. And what I mean by that is not putting all of the glory in show day, putting all of the glory in the process of getting to show day. It makes it a lot more fun. Like, you have a lot more gratitude for what you're choosing to do versus, like, I mean, I did my first prep, man, like 3, 4 weeks. I was like, fuck it. I can't wait for show day. I can't wait for this to be done. And then it came and went, and then I missed it immediately. Right. It was like, oh, now then I'd look back and be like, well, fuck, dude, I missed those 3 week out workouts with my buddies, just trying to get through it together and like looking pretty sick for 20 minutes of my workout. Like, I missed that.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a paradox, because it's like when you're prepping, you want to think about your growth season. When you're growing, you want to think about getting fucking peeled again. Like, it's learning to be where your feet are, I think, is the most important thing that you can learn as an athlete, and to continue to want to come back and do this.
Yeah. So speaking of like the morning after your show, like I got a question on um one of my clients, she's seeing a lot of like other athletes like the morning after their show, like they're done for the season, but they're back, they're just doing cardio like immediately. And she's like, how does that like I'm exhausted. I'm spent after a show. Like I couldn't imagine like going and doing cardio or being told you have to go do cardio. I have a couple different thoughts and takes on it, but what's your take on that? Like, there's no show after. It's just like, but you're getting up and hammering out an hour of cardio.
For me, I'll talk about it as a coach first, and about as an athlete next. As a coach, one, I'm not going to have someone do an hour cardio Sunday morning, right? It's probably going to be like a 30-minute session, or whether it's a walk or whatever. I think that it depends on the individual in a certain sense, because I find that especially the 3 to 5 weeks post show have to be treated the same way as the 3 to 5 weeks leading up to show, as far as like normalcy and habit forming goes, or habit maintaining the habits that we've formed. I find for a lot of people, the second you let that slip and they find comfort, trying to do that Monday cardio session is going to be a lot harder. And then that Tuesday session is going to be even harder if we're not just kind of getting back into our swing.
Yeah.
For me as an athlete, like I got home and went and trained and did cardio because we were still going, right?
Yeah.
That's just what again, that's what I signed up for. So that's just the reality of the matter.
I think so. I agree with you. It's very person dependent, right? Like, I've got some athletes, if I told them not to go do cardio after making them do cardio for 20 weeks, they would have a mental panic attack.
Absolutely.
So it's more so keeping them involved. But even that, I wouldn't have them like doing it. Like, it'd be like 30-minute walk. Like it wouldn't be an intense cardio session.
Yeah.
I have some people though, and even like us just talking about this, I'm thinking of it. If I had to put money on it, the people that are doing cardio the next day, and it's not a mental fixation, probably are the ones who weren't lean enough to begin with and
Mhm.
probably didn't do that good. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna, if I had to put money on it,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it's on a bell curve. It's not gonna be everybody, but because the people who truly nail it, conditioning, leanness, all that, there's there's nothing else left to prove, and they can take a breath for a second, like
Yeah.
just mentally. And it's like, oh, okay, like I can't. And then also they are physically exhausted because the show day was exhausting. Another reason why like I wouldn't have them do it, like, if they're, it's like, hey, you got to check out the hotel at 10, you got to drive back home. Like, I'm not fucking like, hey, you
Yeah.
want to go work out Sunday? Cool. Like, go. For me, Sunday is like it's a do what you want day. Like,
Hmm.
some people may want to go up and do cardio because they're about to go to town on food. It's like, yeah, cool. Like, is that gonna do anything? No. Maybe you're just moving around the food from last night to make more room for it. Cool. But I would never require cardio. If we're competing 6 days later, we're doing cardio probably like that night after the show, maybe.
Yeah.
Like that's not unheard of. But if you're done, I'm never gonna make somebody go do cardio or go
Yep.
train, but I will say, like, hey, if you want to go train, like, take it easy, but like go pump up. You got plenty of food,
Yeah.
and go have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends on the person for sure. But like hour cardio, fuck no. I'm not doing that to anybody like the day after.
Yeah.
Most of my people, like Rhiannon is the one who competed most recently. Um, she did like 20 minutes on the elliptical that morning because she just wanted to sweat. And then I just told her, like, go with her and her boyfriend and go walk around, like, go
Mhm.
walk around Louisville. So just get some steps in from that. And then she wanted to go work out and go fucking work out, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's like kind of I don't say like an active recovery day, but it is an opportunity to catch your breath in some degree. But there are people who I do find, if you are more liable to like find slipping points if we don't get back into habit by Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 99% of the time, my clients will have their plan Sunday night, and I'm like,
Oh
just
yeah,
just do it. Like, let's get going. Um,
yeah.
but anyway, what we got next?
Hiring a coach who's also an athlete, yet they put themselves first and the client second.
So the scenario was a client was doing their first national show. Their coach is a pro who was also prepping, and basically the client was told, hey, you need to come meet me here, so I can check in on you. It interrupted the coach's training session, and then the coach was bothered. They had to skip out on their training session. All right. My whole take on it was like, Okay, like that's, but before we get into like the big scale, let's address this one first. It's like, hey, you as the coach should have like planned and timed accordingly.
Yeah.
If you say meet me at 10 o'clock, well, then you're not training or doing cardio at 10 o'clock, you're meeting your client.
Yeah.
Or just say, hey, you know what? Even though I'm physically here close by, show day is going to be hectic. I've got to, do my training and cardio. I'm low food. We're just going to do it all over the phone. Like,
Yeah.
or just say I'm not, but like give them advance notice. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I've prepped people like there's plenty of times, especially show day morning. Like I don't rush to see you guys. Like I'm like, hey, what's your scale weight? Okay, cool, we'll do this. Like I don't have to physically see you every hour. Uh,
Mm-mm.
but it's something that like, especially when you got makeup, you got tan, you got running around this, then the other. I'm the last thing I'm trying to do is make you stressed to come see me. But like
No.
for the coach to be bothered by it, it's like, well, that's your job. So like you just did a poor part on your job planning and communicating because now your client's mad at you.
Yeah. It's to me, it's unacceptable. I think to your point, it's time management and communication on the coach's behalf because what we are choosing to do as athletes is self-serving, and what we are choosing to as coaches is to serve others, right? And it as someone who does both, it can be challenging, but I'm still always putting my athletes before me regardless. Has it backfired for me as a competitor in the past? Absolutely. I don't care because I signed up for that shit.
Yeah.
They put faith in me regardless of my selfish endeavors. So therefore, I can't let my selfish endeavors impede on the faith that they put in me in their progress and their results.
Yeah.
Because I don't make money off of bodybuilding. So it's like, why am I going to put my sport in a or put my pursuit in a place which is causing my bills to then allow me to not produce as a coach, which is what pays my bills
Yeah. Yeah.
monetarily beyond the everything else.
I couldn't do it. I'll be honest. I couldn't. I would have to cut my roster in half, and I still probably wouldn't do good. Separating it.
Yeah, we are. I think that's just where I'm at is in my position is like I can either be an exceptional athlete or an exceptional coach, and like that fork in the road is getting closer. And it's like I know ultimately, like I'm choosing coaching first and foremost,
Yeah.
but I want to check the boxes as an athlete
Yeah.
as best as I can before then. So like what I generally do is I just you and I work together and we set up my timeline as an athlete, and then I set up my timelines for my athletes around that. So
Yeah.
there's not overlap, right? Because I do I've competed with five of my athletes at this point in my career. And
Yeah.
it's fun as fuck. Like, dude, there's a lot of fun and a lot of camaraderie that comes with it, but like it stresses me the hell out for
Right.
sure.
Absolutely. Like, and I'll have clients like tell me like, "Oh, you're going to compete again, you're going to compete again." I'm like, "No, like you wouldn't like me if I competed again." But that's just how I was. Like, I couldn't balance both of it. I don't see how Kyle Wilkes did it, but like, majority of, and I'll say this, majority of big time coaches don't compete anymore. Like
Yeah.
they're not, they don't do both. Like John has a cap. Like it's just, I'm thinking of people off the top of my head like Chris Tuttles, Cameron Cheeks, like those guys. I don't know if Jacoby competes anymore, but like it's like the top names you see week to week. It's like they don't compete, so like they don't have that. And I'll say I've had people inquire through like the J3U portal who have chosen me because I didn't compete anymore.
Yeah.
I've also had people not choose me because I don't compete anymore.
Yeah.
So like it's just I think if you do it, which like you're walking proof that you can do it, and like me and you do a great job. We'll move your check-in day up early. We'll plan refeeds or rest around show days. We do a hell of a job with it. So it is
Yeah.
doable. But
Yeah.
like just know, I think as long as you communicate as the coach, you're fine. Like if
Yeah.
you tell your athletes like, hey, you know, check-ins may take 36 hours to get back to instead of 24. Maybe 2 day turnaround time. Like, these last couple weeks, guys just hanging there with like just let them know. 90% of them will be okay.
Yeah.
10% of them will leave, say you're selfish fuck or whatever, but like 90% are going to root for you and want to like love seeing you on stage. but
Yeah.
you just can't then treat them like shit along the way.
No, no. And that's why I'm eternally grateful for the people who rocked with me through that because I was straight up with a lot of people of like, hey man, like 2 weeks out, I was useless. And I knew I was useless. And like
Yeah.
I was fully cognizant. I took ownership of that. Like, hey man, I know turnaround times are slow. Like, because it was also during the J3 transition, it was a lot of moving parts. Probably why I have stomach ulcers. I digress. And so, and the people, and you're right, like some people left, a lot of people stuck with it. And it was my job, much like we've talked about before. The second I felt this came back was the second I started doubling down, tripling down, pouring into them
Yeah.
as much as I could to make up for that 2 weeks of shit.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I've been hopefully my clients know this, but like I feel like I've been really on my game here, like since like me traveling for shows has slowed down because I'm like, man, I owe it to them. But
Yeah.
at the same time, while I was gone, dude, every single person who's with me today was always like, "Good luck, coach. Like, don't worry about getting back to me. I just want like, they loved it. Like, so it's like I don't know. I just feel like there's certain scenarios where you're gonna find out what clients are down for you and what aren't. And it's the ones that are gonna be down for you and put up with you anyway that like, just like we'll put up with them. But it's the ones who really probably didn't even mean much to us that'll leave in those situations. Um,
It's usually the people who ask the most but provide the least.
Yeah, dude, I had a girl, she was just with me for 3 weeks. And Luke called me and said, yeah, this girl wants to leave. He was like, oh, thank God. I was thinking the same thing. So like, get her out
Yeah.
of here, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just the thing, man, is like sometimes you just don't click with people. And so
Yeah.
I already could tell it was going to be a disaster because like Loom video calls, like me describing what we were doing wasn't enough. And it was like, well, I just don't know what we're doing. I'm like, well, watch the video. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you want, what else I'm supposed to do. But like, those are just clients who are not going to be happy with anybody. And
Yeah.
so, it's like, I don't know. And
Yeah.
so,
I'd rather just, it's not worth the money to me at this point in life to like sacrifice my peace, especially in regards to someone like that. When there are people who like, dude, I had a lady comment on my post. She's like, I wish I could afford you. Like
man,
the people asking, like, hey, would you take a shot at me? I'm like, fuck yeah, I would.
people are
Versus
flying into our workshop. Like they're like flying, booking Airbnbs,
all
driving.
y'all give smooches. I'm giving all of you smooches.
Yeah, like dude, and but that's the buy-in of clients we want is like, not the ones who are like me, but like, me, how are you? Like that's what you need.
It's nice. Yeah, a little
Yeah,
consideration's cool.
yeah,
But it's like, and then those are the people that like we've said it before. Like, you give me 100%, I'll give you 150%. If you give me 85, I'm giving you 15.
yeah,
Right? At a certain point, it's like, okay, cool. Like I only have so much in this cup that I can give, and I'm going to give it to the people who are willing to take it and use it
yeah,
first and foremost. And the people who rock with me get it first.
yeah, dude, yeah, 100%.
So if you're those people, I love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, down the road for Chris. He's not competing for a while. So,
Well,
well, I mean, sooner than later.
yeah,
Sign up
yeah,
with Chris before January. All right, that'll be great.
yeah, we'll be good. And I will say too, during that time, like since transitioning to the J3U systems, man, that has made it significantly easier as
Yeah.
far as like managing between being an athlete, being a coach. It's like there's organization now because I didn't have it before.
Yeah. Dude, this was telling you, I was like, bro, you gotta turn your notifications off. Like,
Yeah,
don't like you gotta like you got box hours of when I'm paying attention talking to people, and then box hours of hey, I'm not, we're not, it's done for right now. Like,
yeah,
because it keeps us sane. Like, clients don't want 24-hour access to us because they're gonna catch us on moments where we're not in the mood to talk. And then
yeah.
it's like, oh, well, he's kind of snappy or he's short or he didn't explain that well. It's like, yeah, because you're catching me when I'm not supposed to like be talking. So,
Yeah, it's
uh,
10 p.m. on Thursday, and
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
dude, I just and so like just having like so, but dude, I check the stupid app all the time, and I was
same.
reading blood work last night at like 11 p.m. But those are moments like when I am up to it, and I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, like I got nothing else to do right now. I love it, and in my head, I'm like their coach is doing this 11 p.m. They're gonna be so excited.
Yeah,
But like it's just I don't know. We're all wired differently, but like Yeah, that's where I'll end it on that.
Yeah, I need a still trying to find work-life balance. Like I literally, dude, I texted Luke like 3 weeks ago. I was like, is it fine that I like block a day off? And he's like, yeah, you need a day off, Chris. And I was like, okay, I should probably.
We can do that.
I know. So I was like,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't, it still feels weird. Like my anxiety doesn't like that.
Sundays are my off day. But even on our off days, man, it's like there's someone to talk to and labs to read or there's always something. But yeah, I like having not a like full check-in day. But then even my clients I love like, can I check in on Sundays? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
just know I'm not getting back to you till Monday and I always fucking get back to them on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can get the notification. I'm like, all right, dude,
Yeah.
fucking let's do it. Like I have to. Because the clock, once the clock starts ticking, my anxiety just only blossoms by the minute.
Dude, yeah, and like I don't know, man. I think we just think about coaching differently too. Like it's someone's like hard-earned money and like we're their lifeline. Like we're their answers to like, oh, I want to go to this show, I want to win this, I want to get this. Like that's what we're here for. And it's
Mhm.
like, giving them a service is just I don't know, it just goes so much above and beyond like, oh, I've got this many wins and I got this many clients. It's like, no, dude, like do the job. Like
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. You're doing the job. And when you do the job right, people are happy, you communicate well, they tell a friend, they come back, you get more clients, you do it over and over again.
Yeah. I always think about it. It's like you see these, I guess salespeople that are wrapped up in what they think is coaching. And they're like, oh, I make this much money and I do this. I'm like, okay, but how many lives have you impacted positively? Like, that's what we're here for. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's what blows me. And I was ranting to you about this yesterday. That's what blows my mind is like, they talk about like, generated 7 leads and like knew this and like they're literally bragging in front of clientele's face about how they're just a number. Like you're
Yep.
an analytic, you're a statistic. It's not, man, I really helped this person out, like, doing this. But then on the flip side, it's like, well, yeah, they help this person out. They can't even help that person out without like turning it into a reel or like shoving it in your face. I'm like, how
Like,
oh, look at us. Like we did this today. It's like, fuck, man, just do it and then do it again and then come back next year and do it again and then win 14 overalls and then do it again. Like get a pro card. Like you're doing the job. And that's where a lot of, I think, coaches now mess up is they want a prize every time they do their job. It's like that's what
yeah.
we're supposed to do.
Like, yep. It's like, yep, you did what you said you could do, and that's what you're supposed to do. It's like, dude, if you and I, because like we'll text like wins to each other and shit, like whatever else, like dude, if we actually sat down and like basically do what these coaches do, like vlog everything, that we'd have 800 posts up a day and 900 stories. Like it, because again, it's the same logic of the dude that records himself doing yard work because he thinks it's special.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like this is what you're supposed to be doing.
yeah. And that's where, but dude, a lot of it's private. Like a lot of like it's
Yeah,
why I don't mention a lot of clients' names on here, just
yeah,
because like maybe they don't want it aired out. And I've had to learn along the way, like, yeah, sometimes don't mention a client by name. But it's just like, sometimes at the end of the day, man, yeah, that's one thing that just blows my mind is that you're throwing people out like their statistics and like their analytics. And it's like we see that. Like we see it. It's you're not, I don't know. It's a very strange world we live in. And that's why like me and you just talk about like just keep doing what we're doing. Let's just keep being fucking
yeah,
coaches.
yeah. That's it, right? And it's like, dude, you know how many transformations I know that you've had too that like I've produced that I haven't posted because the client isn't comfortable with their before picture.
Yeah.
I got like probably 50 in an album right now that I'm very proud of and they're very proud of. And that's what matters. Is like we
Yeah.
did that. You live in that body that we've developed, and that's what matters. I don't need to constantly go to social media for validation to be like,
Yeah.
hey, I did my job. I know what I'm doing because we know I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah, no, I have some clients like they just they say, hey, look, like I'm just, probably not gonna tag you and some things. I don't care. Like, I
Yeah.
love it when you do tag me, but
Yeah.
like, I'm not like I don't really think twice about it. Like,
No.
it's not. It's your body of work. It's you. Like, I don't care. Like, you're paying me. Like, that's what I ask you to do. I ask you to pay me, and I'll do my job. Anything above that, fuck yeah, I'll repost it. I'll tag you in it. But yeah, usually big transformations, I always ask, like, are you cool with this? Because sometimes, like, you never know. Like, if it's a female, they may want to have makeup on, or they may, want their hair a different way, or like, different trunks, or like just, they're just, you never know. Like, it's personal stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for all of the, I saw a post one time, I forget who posted it, but for those who choose to include us in their budgets, we appreciate you.
Yeah, love you guys. Thank y'all.
Yeah, because this would not be possible without you guys. It's a peculiar industry to say the least, and I love it. I can't do anything else. I've tried, and I just keep coming back to it. But there's a lot of disingenuousness that continues to make my skin crawl. But again, also hypocritically, I wouldn't say you or myself are necessarily marketing gurus.
No.
Um, so there's,
Dude, I lasted on TikTok for 30 minutes.
I knew it.
And then I went through, because me and Austin had this idea I was going to do like live Q&As just on TikTok. Brilliant, right? Great for marketing. Dude, I'm on that app 30 minutes. I'm trying to add people and I'm just scrolling down the and I'm like, fuck this. Like this is lame. This is not me. I'm bored. I don't like this. I could be doing 10 other things right now. Like, yeah. So if anyone wants to run my TikTok for me, um, please, like we could work something out. I don't want to do it. I don't want to post. Like I don't want to do any of it. But like if you want to build a presence for me on there, sweet. Like please come help me. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I'm the king of delegation.
Mhm.
Um, no, dude,
I am, dude. I'm like, nah, I'll get somebody to do that.
but like, dude, think about it this way too. Like, you see this paradox, right? Of let me show you guys how busy I am all the time. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. But then I'm always accepting clients, but then
Yeah.
I'm always busy. But then I'm bragging about how many clients I've accumulated, but then I'm always busy. But then we're not actually really seeing genuine results being produced either. So I'm like, how are you? It's like any other job. Like my dad's a fucking PhD electrical engineer. He's not getting on Facebook posting a picture of his fucking computer screen every day.
Yeah, like to me, I don't know. I'm private to a degree, but like I like when people are like, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking busy. Like I don't I assume we're all doing the same thing. And like, yeah, there's some days where like it's cool, like we're like take a picture of this or post some progress and whatever. And like, yeah, like if you're somewhere different doing check-ins, fuck yeah. Like it's awesome. Like we're talking about our day and opening up a little bit, but like it's kind of like understood like yeah you're gonna be busy like if you're but that's the thing man like I look up to like some big coaches and I'm like well they're not doing that they just show up driving a fucking ballin' ass car and win and leave and like go to the next show like
Mhm.
that's what I want to do like I feel like I don't have to and it's awesome the reputation I have even with my own clients is every single one of them like if they talk to me not on a check-in day, like, hey, I know you're busy, but and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, thank you, but like I'm busy with you guys. So like we can talk,
Yeah.
but
Let's be busy together. Yeah.
yeah, like this is what I'm actually busy with. So great. But it's yeah, man, it's just the reality of like, I don't know. I think when we say this every episode, the cream rises to the top. You'll see it. Like pull up a scoreboard, like pull up the wins, pull up the numerous bodies. Like, dude, there's some days, and I'll say this, I go through my stories because like some days stories are hot, like clients are tagging me, and I can't believe not only how many athletes I have, but how many good athletes I have.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's like a dream come true. I'm
Yeah.
like I'll sometimes go back and like rewatch it.
Yep.
'Cause I'm like, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then I think like, wow, like this is my team. Like it's
Yeah.
if I really thought about it, I'd freak out. But yeah, so like it's I don't know, man. I just know I didn't do any of that bullshit to get here. I'm not
Yep.
about to start now that I'm here.
Hmm.
So, and that's something I hope that like I've just rubbed off on you is like, hey, no, we're just going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
And, that's why the workshop came about. It wasn't a matter of, it's one to help our athletes out first and
Yeah.
foremost. But more importantly, it's like, how can we give back to the community in bodybuilding, to our athletes as a thank you, as a get together, as a like, during this downtime, because like they've earned it. Like every
Yeah.
single one of them earned it. That's why we're not charging for it. It's like, no, like this is for you. Like we want to make you better. You come, you ask us any questions you have, but it's because our passion as coaches, dude, I could charge a lot of money to do this.
Hmm.
Luke has been offered lots of money to travel places. I've been offered a couple offers to go travel places for workshops and speak, and I could make a lot of money. Like I could make 10 grand off of something like this for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want to do it for free because I
Yeah.
love this and I love the athletes.
100%, dude. And that's why. Well, I'll also announce it, and there'll be more to come. But that's why I'm doing a team lift October 4th, because for me, that's why I started doing them years ago. Was like, one, it is like the most surreal feeling to have like a lot of my people in the same room together and just
Mhm.
like take a moment and step back and like, holy fucking shit. Like all of you have chosen to be in my life and vice versa. Like, great, dude. I always have like that moment during it at some point. But two, it's like, and I don't care. It's why I do. It's like, dude, I have like a half-ass workout where I get like 2 sets in, and then I'm trying to personal train 30 fucking people,
Yeah.
right? And like my PT rates are high as hell, and I do it for free because I love to do it. It's like again, it gives me an opportunity to work with so many people in person where they're like, hey, I like really can't figure out this movement. All right, let's go figure it out real quick. And then I'll bounce to the next person and the next person. And then also developing that community, man. It's like I live for those lifts. Like I am a ball of fucking anxiety the whole time. And it's like 6 hours and I get home and I feel like I get hit by a bus. But it's like
Yeah.
it's for you guys as much as it is for me.
Dude, yeah, and so like if you're on my team and you want to go lift at Chris's team, go. Like there's, go introduce yourself, meet some of his athletes and like just train them. Like I will go as your best friend. I will go and not work out with you. I just like being around the atmosphere. And I'll
Yeah.
I'll get one or two of my clients to come meet me and we'll train like in the same vicinity and it's just good energy. So like it's definitely something to take part of and like if you're interested in like being coached by Chris, but you're not unsure of how he does things, or you just want to hear some feedback, like just go. Like if you
Yeah.
show up and be like, "Hey, what's up, Chris? I'm so and so," like he's not gonna be like, "Oh, get out of here." He's gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, what are you training?" Like
Yeah,
so
dude.
utilize that because that's something I don't do.
Yeah.
I don't. That's your thing,
Yeah.
and that's something I don't want to like that's your thing. I want that to be your thing. I don't want to copy it. Like
Yeah.
and I quite frankly don't want to do it. Just if I'm being
Well, at this point,
if I'm being
everything.
completely honest, I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, I think at this point everything is our thing, as it's just like as much as it's like Alex's team and my team, it's our
Yeah,
collective group of people. That's I think that's what we're out to do is like, yeah, I mean, we just want to run this bitch, dude. I just want to take over the South like as
yeah,
a unit,
yeah,
right? And I want it's like it's again, it's our people, and I think that's the coolest thing to see is like my athletes and your athletes becoming great friends and supporting and celebrating each other. Because now it's like
yeah,
again, this requires a village. It requires a community beyond just like me or Alex being your person, right?
yeah.
It's like this is a lot more fun when you got 10, 20 friends in this that
Absolutely.
you that are down as fuck for you too.
Yeah, and there's the big thing. Like I find out that my athletes like talk to each other outside of like, and I'm like, oh, so and so. Like, oh yeah, they're coming to my show. I'm like, oh, that's random, but like awesome,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really cool when they make that connection. But then too, like especially like more so for girls, like because obviously clearly I'm not a girl, but they like talk about different like female stuff. Hey, what kind of connectors did you use? Hey, like
Yeah.
where'd you get your heels from? Like, unless there's just stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
So like it's good to have that. Or like maybe they're struggling with something, and then one of my other more advanced athletes like, oh, it's yeah, just do this, or oh, you got to ask Alex. Just trust me, he'll be cool. So like it's good to have that community alongside us. Yeah, anyone on my roster, if you see Chris, um, yeah, one of my clients wants to actually train with you. I'll talk to you about that out there. But yeah, if you want to go to the team, look, just go. Like, just yeah, it's not like weird. Just show up because I don't think I will be there. But definitely go.
Yeah, well, that's devastating to hear, but it's fine. Yeah, just I'll have the details put out, but it'll be October 4th, Iron House Strength and Conditioning in Hermitage, Tennessee. It's just a day pass to for the gym. Obviously, out of respect to them, is all you have to pay for. And I'll have all that information. Luke said he should have all the marketing stuff to me today, so I'll have that posted sometime
Sign
today
the
or tomorrow.
waiver, pay the day pass, do it on the app. Take care of Iron House. They're an amazing gym.
Dude, they're the shit. I love Jeff and Thera dearly. We love the gym. The other nice part is it being October, they'll have the garage doors open. The environment there is way fucking cooler when that's happening. So, um, last topic, burnout.
Um, phew. Like how to deal with it?
Yeah, I think in this case it was like, and again, I don't want to go into details of
Yeah.
I had to call the client last night who's kind of struggling a little bit with a burnout. Um, and I think we've all experienced that in some case, especially if you are taking this as seriously as I think you should. Um, but burnouts, I think what a lot of times we see is like a burnout will occur usually like around after post show in some regard is when I
Yeah.
think the timing tends to be there. Um, what advice I gave this client, because what we were seeing is like one, like training wasn't fun anymore. We were getting through like a third of our workout and just being like, dude, I don't want to be here, which was causing guilt and anxiety. And then we were seeing like stress responses from that. So like digestion was starting to get worse, fluid retention was getting worse. And it's like, it was like a case of like a negative feedback loop where we were trying to like shove a square peg into a round hole.
Hmm.
Right. And so the advice I gave was, hey, I want you to take as many days away from the gym as you need to miss it and then take another day off. We're going to go back to the gym 3 days a week. And I trust this is an athlete I trust to make their play calls. And this I was like, I want you to find the exercises you're excited about. We're going to do 2 lower days, 1 upper day. I want you to do that for a couple weeks. Report back to me with what movements you really like. We'll redesign the program around that. We might go up to 4 days a week, but we probably won't because they're back in school, back starting a job. I still want academics and financials to take priority. And then I said, with that additional downtime, and I sent this to them. So I'm like, you have to fucking do it. 30 minutes a day dedicated to self care, 30 minutes a day dedicated to a hobby that is not remotely pertinent to what we are currently doing.
Yeah, I think a lot of it would, like you said, like just hey, pull them, just go. If the gym's causing anxiety, cut it out. Like let's find something else. Just daily walks, activity, just doing other stuff. If it's a bodybuilder, I would immediately just go to upper lower days. If it was like a female already basically doing upper lower days, I would just go full body, like full body rest 2 days, full body, like so like getting back into the gym like after the break. Just because like the training is going to be a little different. It's not going to be the same monotonous stuff. Like I know for me, I'll rotate through upper lower and then push pull legs and so for me I enjoy that.
Mhm.
Right now I'm doing chest and back together.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of like it just keeps it fun and entertaining. But there's nothing wrong with that. Same thing with food. Just like swap it up, like just, swap, pick different meats, pick different carbs, like still eat clean, but definitely just try like an overhaul and like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And but the biggest thing is just like know that if you're in this long term, a mental break, 2 months isn't that big of a deal. 3 months, hell, if you got years ahead of you, fucking a year away, you can come back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world by any means. But y- you're you're doing the right thing by stepping back because if you were to keep going, you're going to hate the sport and then you're really not going to come back. So,
Well, yeah, the analogy that I use is like, dude, if we're trying to drive across the country, we can put our foot to the floor and redline it, but how long will it take before something blows up? Right? In the same sense, if we just go the speed limit, we take some pit stops here and there, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. The first one, we're not, right? And I told her, I was like, I would rather see you. Fortunately, the relationship with food's in a great place, so that's not necessarily a concern. But from a training perspective, it's like I would rather you take 3 sessions, take a week off, and then do 2, 3 sessions a week, and that be sustainable, and we can build that sustainability, that those parameters will organically expand as you feel ready, than to force you in this position and then you completely burn out and then you got to be out of the gym for 6, 8 weeks,
yeah,
right? Or it's now then our relationship with food is starting to falter because the second, and show prep is a different thing to this, so I want to preface that, but like outside of that, the second this no longer feels like an outlet and it feels like an obligation, we're going to yearn to find an outlet somewhere else, and generally food tends to be one of those things,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's a game of preservation. Like if you stay on your diet, you train 3 days a week, you're not going to ruin progress.
yeah.
Now, if you burn yourself out in the gym, you take a month off and you start eating like an asshole,
It,
now we're going to start, now the snowball
yeah.
starts really rolling down that hill.
Yeah, so you got to pick one. Like,
Yep.
hey, I'm either gonna lock in on training or lock in on diet. Like, you gotta pick one. But yeah, usually like there's nothing wrong. Like, there's plenty of times like Abby right now is training 4 days a week.
Yep.
Like she could train five, but like she's actually kind of bummed out. I was like, no, trust me, like it's gonna be good, um, because I want that want to go back to the gym,
Mhm.
like full on 5, 6 days, whatever the case may be. Um, but that to me, man, it's just that's just part of it. And again, because it sounds like this case is it's clearly they got on stage, they did well. It's not a matter of they can't lock in.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of they don't want it. It's like no, like mentally, like this is a lot, and that's okay. So like just take a step back, but your step back can just literally be. I think a lot of people think the step back is to like jump out of the fucking car. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like no, just like a step back. Like don't just let everything crash.
And it allows you to then take the lateral step to then go forward. Because it's like right now we're just walking into a wall
Mhm.
over and over and over. It's like we just need to, and now we can go straight, you
Yeah.
know? And another thing too that I told her, I was like, go find another gym when you get back. Like go find a new facility,
Yes.
start training. Like if you're able to train at a different time of the day,
Mhm.
like because we fall into this monotony and this normalcy, and then it's like that's when this disconnect starts to occur and this like disassociation. And so I find for myself, if I go to a different gym for a couple days, I'm like, holy shit, man, this is a lot cooler than I thought it was.
That, or you get to the different gym, you're like, this sucks. Then you get back to
Yeah,
your old gym and you're like, oh, let's go. Like
the back boys.
you'll come to find like a lot of the good bodybuilders are like cyclical with their gyms. Like you'll get into grooves at one gym, then you go to another one. And then
Mhm.
like I guarantee you at some point you'll be back at carbon.
Oh yeah.
At some point it'll just come back in your rotation. And
Hmm.
then like you'll get in that groove, like, oh yeah, carbon's fun again. And then it's like, okay, well now I'm going back to Iron House. And then it's like you have to have that mix up, or else you get stuck. Um,
Yeah.
so it's very normal. I would just reassure that hey, like what you're feeling is normal.
Yeah.
I think that's the other thing from athletes' perspective is they feel like it's just them.
Yeah.
Because I've been told this from athletes, like they think that everyone on the roster is 100% Olympians and they're the single one who's not doing good.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, if I could pull up check-ins, like it's probably two a day that like something went off,
Yep.
that it wasn't perfect. Like no one, dude, it's very rare outside of our prep people, it's very rare something's perfect. Um, but that's just this the reality of it is to like also doubling down, letting them know, hey, like you're not alone. This is normal.
Yep.
I just did this with so and so 3 weeks ago. You're fine. And then they'll just see it and they'll feel better. And then next thing you know, they're back up and ready to go.
Yeah. And that's how his case was because I was like, sister, I'm right there with you. Like we're same weeks post show. Like I get it. Like I've been in these weird little mental lulls over the last few weeks, and I've you know I was easy to relate to that. And again, that's why I said, it was like, dude, you were this is not the first time I've had this conversation, and it will not be the last.
Yeah.
It's in some cases to be expected in some degree post show. And I think that's where, as an athlete, having cognizance or emotional intelligence of being like, so I'm not okay. Let me think about why I'm not okay. And then
Mhm.
we can find the culprit. Because sometimes, especially after show, especially if you're using drugs, everything else, like it can be hard to like understand what's legitimately going on in the circuit board,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes it takes a minute for you to sit down and go, okay, so maybe I'm not actually okay. It's like, oh, I've been ordering a lot of shoes recently, getting tattoos. That's probably a sign I'm like trying to fill a void because I can't turn to food. So what do I need to do to like find enrichment to to counteract that, right?
Yeah. Dude, I see it. I see it on your stories, man. Like as soon as I know you're getting tatted up, I'm like, oh, here we go. Something's wrong. Yeah, or something. There's something. Not that something's wrong, but something's just like something's going on. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I would imagine I'm tattedless. I would imagine it's because you just want to feel something. It's what I
yeah,
I would imagine. Like it's why I do other things. So it's like I get it. Um,
yeah,
but it's just part of it, man. But yeah, I think in all, like we all have our way of dealing with the monotony of bodybuilding and the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and but I think it's just coming to the reality of understanding what it is. Because I'm like you, I do the same. Like I'll be feeling some type of way. I'm like, oh, okay, like I know this is going on, this is going on. It's probably just what it is. It's not going to stop me from feeling that way, but at least I know why. I'm like, okay,
100%.
like this will even out in a week or 2 weeks, and I'll be back to normal. Um, but yeah, that's we go into the whole psychology episode.
Yeah. I
Um,
think as much time as we all spend on the physical side of things and recovery and improvement and all of that, I think that those are easy things to do, which is why I think we choose them because it's simple, right? It's if I've got X injury, I can do this to fix it, right? What's in between our ears is a lot more complex to understand, and that's always evolving. But I do like the body goes where the mind leads, and I do find that we have to be proactive about our mental well-being in order to continue to do this, right? And this is only fun if it's not consuming you in a negative way.
yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, I tell people like we're just eating food and working out. Like, don't. While yes, you can make that very extreme and very like purpose driven. At the end of the day, it's not that deep on a literal scale.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, and that's where it's complex because it is and it isn't, right? Like we're doing fake work in the gym to feel better about ourselves if we really boil down what exercising is.
Yeah.
But like there's still emotional intricacies within that because then we're getting into our body image, we're getting into our relationships with food, we're getting into all these other things that can be slippery. I think a lot of it too is we're also in a space where we're comparing ourselves constantly to other people, and that's when shit gets ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I've dealt with that a lot here recently. Not myself, but like just athletes, like they're looking at, pros 3 weeks out, 5 weeks out, and it's like, hey, like you're not them. Like
Yeah,
like we've never been them. Why are we like you're looking for something that's not real. It's not going to exist on you
yeah,
because you're not them. Like,
yeah.
it's tough, man, because again, too, Instagram only shows the good. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can use coaching example. Everyone sees the wins, right? Everyone sees, oh, Alex got another one. Like, cool, but you don't. But like, you don't see the fucking. You don't see what they don't see what you see at show
Yeah,
when you see me. Like they don't see that. They don't see the leading up to it. And just like you go bag a win. They don't see what like you go into it, the stress you put onto it, the early morning with your sleepy hair, and you're like, zonked out, but like you're zooming at the same time. And it's like they don't, get, and then the pressure when we win or when we don't win, and how bothered we are by it, and how it just fucking eats at us. And like it just like they don't see that. They see the
Dude,
fear.
and even bro, even when we do win, we still pick it apart. I'm
Yeah,
still sitting there going, how could this be better? How
yeah.
can I have a post today talking about like, dude, I'm living in a space right now where I'm seeking redemption after winning a goddamn show. Make that make sense. Like,
A lot of that's probably my fault, but it,
no, it's not because I felt that shit every show that I've won or
yeah,
that I've lost.
yeah, yeah. And so it's because like and so we'll open up. All right. If you've listened this long, you get a treat with Alex and Chris. All right. After prejudging Tennessee Valley show, me, you, and Austin drove home in the car, dead silent,
Yeah,
dead silent. Um, there was a lot that we knew we could have fixed posing wise, some things peaking wise, like both Austin, you there's stuff that could have been better.
yeah,
And we all knew it and we fixed it, made it right, like did what we needed to do. But then like just but I knew y'all were winning. Like y'all knew y'all were winning. But it was like I came in and was like, boys, y'all strap up. Y'all don't know if you're fucking winning or not.
yeah,
If we had kept going in that trajectory, it would have been a lot closer than it should have been. And that's what I was pissed about. It's like, all right, we gotta fine tune this, fine tune that. And then you were hard on yourself because the big picture stuff, we still had things to fix and fine tune and make better too. And so it was like, while yes, we did win, we were looking for so much more for that next level. And it was like, and we all knew it, and we were just like, and like, it was the weirdest feeling, like, because we bagged it, we dominated, kicked that show's ass, but like, we all knew we could have been better.
yep,
And that
yep,
was where, like, and people would like, no one knows this. Like now y'all are listening to this now, like talking about you can give your insight on it. But it was
yeah,
because it's a standard that I hold to y'all, and then now
yeah,
y'all hold to yourselves.
yeah,
And while that was, we came back from the night show like bang on, like we were hyped up, ready to go. But that was a moment that I don't think either of y'all will forget
no,
because but it's going to make y'all so much better as an athlete even though you won.
yeah, yeah. It's been a conundrum to kind of like figure out psychologically. I think since then because and again, I am eternally grateful and eternally flattered for all those in my circle that watch me and whatever that since the beginning of my career have been like, you're gonna go pro, right? Like that's been the conversation for 6 fucking years at this point, right? And that's the standard that I've wanted to hold myself to. And there have been, as the years have gone on, now that I'm with you, let me preface that it's felt like it's more theoretically possible, right? It at certain points during this prep, it felt like it was the skin of my fucking teeth,
Mhm.
right? Like everybody was saying it, like, oh, dude, if you would have went to junior Nats, you would have smoked. If you went to junior USA's, you would have smoked. You would have whatever. And like this was the first year for me as an athlete when it comes to like, and again, I'm incredibly hard on myself and I have an insane amount of self doubt. Where I was like, nah, dude, I think it's here. Like it really felt that way. And I remember Thursday night trying to go to bed. And again, like, dude, you saw me peak week. Like, dude, I was not happy. And it wasn't anything you had done. I just wasn't happy with where I was at. I wasn't happy with my posing. That was shit that I needed to improve on. I'm still beating myself up over it. But I remember like Thursday night being like, yeah, I'm just gonna like I can't do USA's. Like if I am this scared of this show right now,
Yeah.
USA's is not where I need to be.
Yeah.
Right. And so like when you and I had, which granted, like I'm not exaggerating, I have the screenshot of it that I'm gonna post, but like when I stepped off stage at Greater Valley, trophy in hand, I texted Alex a list of everything that I did wrong that I needed to fix. That's
Yeah.
all I could think about. Like the trophy, I'm looking at the trophy right now. I just think about the shit I should have done better. Um, and so that was and it's still a very interesting feeling. And then obviously when I went down to Birmingham a couple days later to meet with Luke and you and do some stuff for J3U and everything, and like Luke looked at me and Luke was, I mean, Alex had to give me a hug afterwards, if that tells you like
Yeah.
where it was at. And like that's when all of the wind in my sails left, where I was like, oh, I am so much further away from this than I thought.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I've lived in since.
Yeah, and dude, that was tough. Like, and those listening, like, you didn't see me, like, you didn't come out from backstage after you won, like,
Mm-mm.
and then and break, like, we didn't have a big, like, I think we finally had a big hug after the show, but like, it, and that to me, like, as your best friend, and then also as your coach, like, I was so proud. It's like
Yeah.
you haven't won an overall for me.
Yeah.
Like I wanted one like from you.
Yeah.
But then also like we kind of knew big picture. Like I saw it like as soon like I just remember seeing it, I was like, oh, like all right, it's still not
Yeah.
what we need it to be.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that came across as like I was disappointed in you,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the reality of it was I was probably more disappointed in myself too for thinking we were closer than I thought we were as well. Uh,
Yeah.
until I saw it on stage, and I don't know what it is. Like like I can look at you, like I came and saw you, and like I get updates, and like I'm like, oh fuck yeah, it's gonna look good, it's gonna look good. But like sometimes you just don't know until you see it on stage, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's like, and yeah, and so that was we had we had fun. Like after y'all came back from dinner, we came back and like it was all
Yeah.
giggles and we were having a good time. And then, but like I knew we weren't doing USA's, and like I just
Yeah.
remember having to have that phone call with you, man. And it was like it was tough, but like you knew
Yeah.
why I was calling you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's but yeah, but that's the reality of it. I don't even know how we got to this topic, but it's because of how good you are that even in our wins, we still can pick it apart. And that's what I was watching that video on Nick Saban last night. It was like 1 a.m. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, I just study coaches lately. But that was something that I realized that I do, and I don't know why. But it's like when y'all win or when y'all do good, I come down on you hard and like critique it and fix it. Like I want more, I want more. And it's I think the more it's gone on, the more it's like, well, is he like proud of me? Is he happy? And so like it was finally something I could put into words to y'all that like, hey, like I am happy. It's just because I know y'all ceiling, and I just want to like just put a NOS tank on it and just drive us right up to it.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's why I signed up with you in the first place. Because
Yeah,
you were on you said on that podcast with Josh that I had the most potential in the state, but it wasn't there yet. And that was the yet part was like, fuck you. Like I want that because I've had so many coaches in the past like continue to talk about my potential, but then do nothing on their behalf to tap into it.
yeah,
And it's like, dude, I've coached myself for many years. I'll fucking do it if I have to. I don't want to. Like, I
yeah.
need someone to pull that out of me, and that's why I'm with you. Um, and like, I think too, like that's something that like you and I, because again, we're wearing two hats as being like best friends, and you also being my coach. Like, that's something that we've had to work on a
Mhm.
lot and trying
Yeah.
to find that balance, right? Because we've had some not so fun conversations,
Mhm.
right, to try to figure it out. But yeah, it's a really and I don't know, man. I think it's just a lot of it's a me thing, right? I didn't think you were disappointed in me. I was just aggressively disappointed in myself. And I say that and I don't want to sound arrogant because I want a fucking show that I'm like very proud of, but I just knew I think it was knowing like when I got on and I don't know if it was just the time I'd been away from stage or it's just my performance anxiety that I need to obviously continue to work through. But like I just remember being on stage and just being like, this is not how I'm supposed to feel up here. I think that's what I was most aggravated with myself about. Like I didn't feel like that dog,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and I saw it, and I remember thinking, I was like, "What? Like, all right, like, come on now, like, let's get to life."
Yeah.
Um, but but like we learn from it, right? Like I learned, like, hey, like you can't start Chris off his preps as heavy as you did, and
Yeah.
it's just like, but I learned because, like, dude, in my head, I was like, well, I got to get him bigger. Let's get him bigger, and we'll just suck it off later. But at the end of the day, though, like it that goes back to what I was saying is like, regardless of what happens, you have to stamp that as 2025. That's the show, and that'll be a show we forever remember, um,
Yeah.
for sure. And it was a blast, but again, if people were to just look at the Instagram post, they would have thought that we were sunshine and rainbows and we were, off, doing coke off strippers' butts that night, like just getting buck wild, right? But the reality was, is we were like sitting there talking to each other. All right, this is what we got to do. We're not ready for this. We got to do this. Like it's just, it's totally different than what the image may present.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we went and posed outside until we sweated, like immediately after prejudging. You know what
Dude,
I
yeah.
mean?
So I didn't realize like the lighting because I thought like when I saw you sweating, I thought it was a peak thing. But then when I
Yeah.
saw Austin sweat, I was like, it's not a peak thing. It's because like
Yeah.
dude, I could have given Austin $1 million to sweat and he wouldn't have sweat.
Yeah.
But those lights were so hot. And then
Yeah,
it
dude.
confirmed it when Will came out from giving the like introduction speech on the lights and he's pouring sweat. I was like, okay. Like, but for that moment, like once I saw y'all sweating on stage, I was like, oh, we're getting this shit out. So yeah,
Yeah.
we posed outside in the sun and y'all, I was like, get it all out right here because we're not about to sweat anymore. And both y'all came back that night looking better. I think the nerves and all that kind of washed out, and it was like, some of the music we listened to on the way back was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's so yeah, you guys get to hear a little bit more of an insight of the behind the scenes shit, right? I think it's not always as again, Instagram's a highlight reel, but like this shit's not what I continue to learn is like as you elevate as an athlete, it only gets harder. And that's okay. But it's like I'm to the point now where I've got Alex as my coach. I've got Luke in my corner too, overseeing it, and I've got opposing coach, and I've got a mobility coach now, and I have a massage therapist, and like that's what's required of me to try to just get another fraction of a percentage out of me beyond what I'm already doing day to day.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's a you got to have a team. Like you have
Yeah,
to have a team, and but obviously, like your needs are different than someone doing their first or second show. It's like
absolutely.
we're trying to get you to be a competitive pro,
Yeah,
and that like that field is massive.
yeah, it's different. So, um, do we have anything of a high note to end on, or are we just going to end it deep?
Uh, no, I think people like the realness and stuff. Like
Mhm.
it's yeah, but high notes. Um, we mentioned our discount code with Axe and Sledge. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That my client Allie tried the what's it called? Energy drink over ice. Approved. So now everyone else has to try it.
Mhm.
Tag me in it when you do. It's a lifesaver. Um, what else? Team lift, leg day workshop. Got those coming up. Super excited for that. Um, yeah, I think that's about it.
Going to the beach.
Beach bash. Oh, I can't wait. I can't even describe what I'm gonna do to the show yet, but it's gonna just like, yeah,
It's
just
going to be a
be,
movie.
yeah. If you're doing the beach bash, just know I'm coming and I have an army.
Yeah, dude, it's we're running deep, dude. I'm fucking excited. Again, I don't even have anybody competing in it, and I feel like I'm more excited than
Yeah,
ever.
it's gonna be so fun.
I think I'm excited because I don't have to worry about anybody
Yeah, yeah.
competing in it. I can just be there.
Dude,
Um,
on paper, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a good crew coming with me. But then I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna like, we got fucking 7 people doing it.
I'll be I'll be your lovely assistant. We'll be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to think what I think it's everything. Yeah, October 4th. I'll have more details soon. October 18th. It's gonna be fun. Seriously, everybody's flying out. Like that's sick as fuck. I think it's the coolest thing ever. Axe and Sledge, Pride Foods, Uphill Battle. Hook your boys up. The shit ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Um, we're almost at 20,000, or we might actually be, I'll have to check. We might be at 20,000 streams on Spotify by the end of this week.
Yeah.
So that's surreal.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Honestly, as you can tell, we literally just go in here and talk. But please, like, just give us topics. Like, it doesn't have to be like problems or issues. It's but hey, what do y'all think of this? Like, what do you think of that? Like that, it helps us plot out the episodes better. So we can kind of have it in unison. We'll have some good guests coming up too, probably on the J3U After Hours segment. But
Mhm.
yeah, so be on the lookout for that. We'll post ahead of time so y'all can get questions for them too. But yeah, we got a lot of good things coming in to end out the fourth quarter.
I'm going to end on a compelling thought, guys, and I want you to think about it. Do you think that honey buns and cinnamon rolls have the same mama but different baby daddies? Thank you for listening to the Coaches Union. If you leave a 5-star review, share with a friend, we'd really appreciate it. And until next time.